Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And so for a bit of news today, we're just gonna kind of like clump them all into one video. And yeah, so anyways, guys, first let's start off with a bit of news that I don't want to completely kind of talk about. I'll just let Ricky tell you himself, but I will link his live stream in the description. Now, this pertains to a bit of technology that At&t owns the patents to, that is really gonna, if effectively executed, really gonna push At&t in the front runner of providing the best data quality for their customers out there. Now, this technology is called AirGig, and initially what it is, or what it's attempting to do, is using power lines to project the 5G signal to At&t customers using a device. I guess it's made out of plastic, but anyways, these devices clamp onto the power line and use the power line in a way that projects the signal out. Now, I'm saying this in vague terminologies only for the simple fact is that the best source that I think you guys should hear it from is from Ricky's live stream. So in the description there will be a link to Ricky's live stream. You guys can definitely go and check that out. Watch the replay of it. They talk about it at the very beginning. You'll get all the inside deets about it. And yeah, this technology, to me, just from listening to it, is incredible. And like I said, if executed well, it's going to go good for At&t customers. So the next little bit of thing I want to talk about is the renders of the Pixel 5 and a lot of the rumors that's talking about the Pixel 5. New leaked renders shows the Pixel 5, which looks oddly familiar, and a lot of people have pointed this out, and that is that the Pixel 5 in these renders looks a lot like the renders for the Pixel 4a. And so it's got a lot of people speculating maybe the news publication got the wrong leaked images, or is Google actually just going to name the Pixel 4a the Pixel 5, since apparently rumor had it that it was going to release in October of this year rather than sooner. Who knows? But it'd be kind of strange to see that. So yeah, there's lots of speculating about it, but we'll know more in a few days, as it is rumored that July 13th will be the day that Google announces the Pixel 4a, and there's rumors that this is going to be an August release. Rumors also claiming that it's going to be an October release because of all the things that's going on. Only time will tell, so we'll see exactly how this goes. And yeah, that's going to be kind of interesting. But anyways, moving on a little bit, news on the OnePlus Nord. Now, this device scheduled to release, obviously a sub $500 device. People are going bananas over it. People are really kind of on Google's heels about this, because the iPhone SE 2020 released. You got the OnePlus Nord that's about to release. You got a lot of good sub $400 devices being released, and everyone's like, again, back at Google and the Pixel 4a, like, where's your phone? And yeah, Google doesn't really have an answer for that other than July 13th possible information drop. That's all we can really expect from Google at this point. But OnePlus showing some I want to say I guess I'll agree with a lot of people out there who are just going about it saying that, well, you know what, OnePlus is going back to its roots. Like, it's not really going back to its roots. It's really made the OnePlus device at a flagship pricing. So you get flagship specs, you get a nice flagship price tag with it. But, it is nice to see them also still give people what OnePlus is known for, which is giving a really awesome, device with good specifications at a much affordable price. And that's what the OnePlus Nord is doing. It's going to bring that and continue that for OnePlus. So yeah, kind of exciting to hear about that. Maybe later on, maybe I'll just go more in depth with that. So also, moving on just real quick, the last video that I did about Visible and Pixel 2s, right? And a lot of people were trying this method, and I was getting feedback from people that this method that I was showing worked as far as getting calls and texts working natively on a Pixel 2 or 2 XL. I said I would report back to you guys my findings after the security update comes in, and I installed the security update on these devices, and did that break the connection again? And to sadly report to you guys, it broke the connection again. And what's even far worse is that using the same method that I did, which was uninstalling the Visible app, resetting the network settings, removing the SIM out of it, and then rebooting the phone, signing into your Wi-Fi, downloading the Visible app, keeping the Visible SIM card out of the phone, and then once you download the Visible app back onto your phone, then pop the SIM card back in and sign into your Visible app and reactivate it basically. And it was working for a lot of people, but for this security update, calls is broken. Now it's kind of strange though, because as RCS relies on LTE and Wi-Fi to basically send that message out, and not so much dependent on cellular connectivity. If you were sending a normal text, you would still get that waiting for connection thing, but if you were sending an RCS message, it would send out over LTE. So messaging and internet working, but phone calls not working. Now, I'm in about a week or two, I'm going to try this again, but I'm going to say this right now because I can already see where the experience is going to be with the Pixel 2s and 2 XLs on Visible. Your best bet is just using a compatible device at this point. Really no need to have to keep doing all this and be getting frustrated with it, unless you're someone who really depends on Google Voice. Then by all means use Google Voice for texting and calling, and Visible's data for data. Speaking of Google Voice, for those people who are Google Fi customers, you may have noticed that the dreams of having an all-in-one app that does it all, phone calls, text messaging, chat, video calling, is one step closer to death, as Google Fi customers have now lost the ability to basically use Google Fi as an all-in-one. The other day, I tried to test this theory out. I went with my device that has the Google Fi service connected to it. I pretty much went into the Hangouts app and tried to set incoming calls, outgoing calls, and text messaging directly to the Hangouts app. Now, I was able to make it to where SMS was going to Hangouts, but phone calls was not. So I could make outbound calls with the Hangouts app, but I couldn't get incoming calls. Every time an incoming call came into my Google Fi device, the native dialer would ring it out. It wouldn't ring through Hangouts. There was no setting to set that up. Now, if you have Google Voice and not Google Fi, you can set it up to where Hangouts rings for incoming calls, and you'll see your Google Voice number in the settings. But with Google Fi, that's been taken away. So this is just another step towards classic Hangouts' death. To be exact, and kind of sad though, because I really like that feature that if you just wanted an all-in-one messenger and messenger and phone calls and everything like that, Hangouts was it for Google Fi customers, and they took that away. So and to pretty much close out this video, guys, there's a lot of people that's wondering, what are all these speed tests for? I can name a couple of creators that I would suggest you guys follow if you guys are interested in speed testing. Chanel 808 Hawaii Life, who's my friend Lawrence, I would recommend his channel. Carlos S Tech, I would recommend his channel. Sneed Mobile Tech, you guys pretty much know who he is, but also follow him on Periscope too as well, because he does speed testing on Periscope. And Tech Extremist does speed test. Now, what the whole point of this is to show you guys what types of speeds you're going to get in areas that you may frequent. These guys travel around from various places. Like I know Carlos and the Tech Extremists, they travel, to California, throughout Arizona and Nevada. Lawrence, who is based in Hawaii, just basically travels all around the island of Oahu and show you what kind of speed you'll get if you vacation to Hawaii. So, a lot of information to share, but the reason why they're showing you these speed tests is so you guys can see what kind of speeds you will get, whether your device is LTE dependent or if you have a 5G capable device. You'll know what types of speeds you're going to get from various different providers. That's what these speed tests they do are for. It is not to trash a network and say that you shouldn't be a customer of said specific network. That's not their intention. Their intention is just to show you what speeds you will get, how the speeds will interact with, the data, the connection will interact with your device, like how all this works, as that's their main bread, their main butter is basically network connectivity. That's what they make a lot of videos based on. That's a lot of the news they report on, and they just bring it to you guys raw 100%. So Definitely check out their channels and subscribe to their channels. But I get that from time to time. I'm like, why do people just do these speed tests for? What are they for? Well, they're to show you what kind of speed you'll get. If you sign up with that specific provider. So, and we always hear like these carriers say we got the fastest 4G network, or we got the fastest 5G network. Well, these guys are putting that fastest 5G or 4G network line to the test by actually testing it. So anyways, guys, that's pretty much it. Like I said, a lot to have covered in this video. I know they were like short little snippets of each topic, but maybe I'll go more in depth in some of them down the road. But anyways, guys, if you guys enjoyed today's video, you guys know what to do. Smash that like button. And if you guys didn't like the video, that's okay. Go ahead and thumbs down it. It still circulates the video, as according to the homie Technoid. Shout out to him. And but yeah, if you guys found my channel and subscribed, thanks so much for doing so. I really appreciate that. Hit the bell icon to be notified when I upload another video. That's it for right now, guys. Have a great rest of your Tuesday, and as always, aloha.